these tribes here, Gad, Simeon, all these tribes are here in America, and they're gonna tear you up.
Right. Wait till they find out that they're Israelites.
Right. Go ahead.
Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
Beautiful. The Bible's a real book. All this stuff gonna come to pass. Go ahead, Brother Lamont.
Come. Isaiah 56 and verse 10. It says, his watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs that cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough.
That's right, they all charlatans, man. They all just want the money, man. It's all about the money. They don't care about your soul. They don't care about you getting edified. They just want your money. That's all they want. They don't really hide it no more. But if people are so brainwashed and dumb, they don't even care. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter.
That's right, man. They don't understand this Bible here. They don't understand the prophecy. All they care about is making money.
Right.
That's all they care about. You can jump. Give me Jeremiah 28 and 8.
Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me.
Now, if they was a real prophet, they should be doing, this is what we do. The scripture that the mom about to read. And these guys, Creflo Dollar, TJ, they're real prophets of the Lord. Your local pastor, they will be doing this. Read it from the top.
Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
That's right, man. Jeremiah speak against Babylon. Moses speak against Egypt. And now the Hebrew Israelites on the street corner, he's speaking out against America. Go ahead.
It says, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil.
That's why we've been prophesying that World War III is coming.
Right.
Because that's what a prophet do. He ain't here to prophesize, oh, you're going to be doing great in America, and this and that, and sow a seed, and singing and dancing and carry on. No, it's serious stuff. We're prophesizing to you war. Read it again.
Jeremiah 28 verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's right, man. Of evil. A bad time is coming. Civil unrest. Different plagues. Pestilence. Viruses. All that's coming to America. And watch out for these insects that go and destroy crops that's coming. What about all these mosquitoes and ants I'm hearing about? And bees? All that stuff. The plagues of Egypt, basically. You're going to see stuff like that. You people going to see that the Most High is not with America.
Yeah.
You're going to start to see that. You're going to see a lot of these plagues. You're going to see a lot of these insects going to cause mass damage. A lot of mosquitoes and bees going to sting you and you get put to death. The Most High is going to show you that he is not with America, man. Because they claim that America is a Christian nation. That's a damn lie. They claim to say of Israel, that's a real Israelite. That's a damn lie. The Most High is going to show his face through prophecy and through great evils and bad times that's going to happen to America. That's what's coming.
That's right.
And that's what we prophesize. Don't answer us, well, do you see anything happening great in America? Good. No. America will be destroyed by thermonuclear warfare. That's the future of America. Any more of that?
That was it on that one.
Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, 2, and 8.
John. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 from the top. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
That's wrong with our people, man. They don't know we're in a time of war right now.
Right.
We're in a time of waking up, getting to this Bible, and we're in a time of war and prophecy. You still think we're in a time of watching the NBA finals and Basically folly, man. Just let's all people into folly and get into the bag. Whatever the hell that means. That bag got holes in it, man.
Yeah.
We ain't getting rich in America. Who you kidding? This dollar being devalued every day. These jobs are being taken every day. There's no future in America unless you want to be on a universal basic income plan. Unless you want a universal credit score. Unless you want the mark of the beast. That's the only thing that's the future of America.
Yep.
They want total control of the humans in America. You ain't nothing but an entity for this corporation. A controlled entity. There's no future in America. Go ahead, brother.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 2. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
That's right. America been planted years ago. By the time it get plucked up. Okay, all these Gentile nations get plucked up. America, Russia, France, Britain, Germany, everything's getting plucked up when Yahushua comes back. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate.
That's right, man. I thought the Bible was all about loving. But it's a time to love, but it's a time to hate.
Right.
You put love the Israelites. Love the Most High. You love yourself, get into these scriptures.
Right.
And hate your enemies, which is, first of all, hate evil.
Yeah.
Okay? Which is breaking the commandments of the Most High. And hate the enemies, the so-called white man, other nations. They don't like you. They hate you. So you should hate them back. That's a good hate. But it's a time to hate. Go ahead.
A time of war.
A time of war. We're in a time of war. Soon America is going to back the state of Israel to go into Iran. We've been prophesying for years that when America goes into Iran, Russia's going to back the Iranians. Man, this is beautiful. That's according to the book of Ezekiel 38th chapter. Russia going to be a guard unto these countries. Man, this is beautiful. The Bible is just, it's alive, man. These words are alive. Like Apostle Paul said, it quickens the spirit. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
That's right, man. In order to get peace on the earth, we're going to have war. Yahushua got to come back with 200 million black angels and the UFOs to destroy the place to get peace. There's no peace until the Israelites come in power, man, and righteousness. This earth is mourning. The people is mourning because this so-called white man's in power, destroying this place.
Right.
Polluting the water, polluting the food, polluting your mind, polluting the air. This place is no good, man. It gotta go. There'll be no flesh left, man. Like the Bible said, there'll be no flesh left. If the white man stay in power another 20, 30 years, there'll be no flesh left. Seriously.
Sorry.
So let's get we're in time of war. Let's get that Donald Trump article, Brother Karab. The short article. And it gets right to the point.
All right. The title is Trump Considers Strike on Iran Ahead of Crucial Situation Room Meeting. All right. This is by Barack Rabbit and Dave Lawler. It reads, President Trump will meet with his national security team in the White House Situation Room at 1 p.m. on Tuesday to make decisions about U.S. policy towards the war between Israel and Iran. 3 U.S. officials tell Axios. Why it matters? The U.S. official said Trump is seriously considering joining the war and launching a U.S. strike against Iran's nuclear facilities.
That's right, because Trump said that Iran cannot have a nuclear missile. But isn't that hypocritical that Israel can have a nuclear warhead, but Iran can't? Who the white man think he is? He's the biggest hypocrite, man. I can have this weapon destroy you, but you can't have a weapon defending yourself.
Right.
Unbelievable. That's the devil for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Trump is seriously considering joining the war and launching a U.S. strike against Iran's nuclear facilities, especially its underground uranium enrichment facility in Fordo.
And the thing is, those, but they use bunker busters, man, but they don't have to really put troops on the ground. If they really want to stop Iranian nuclear program, they're going to put troops on the ground. Because they say they have so many of those facilities deep underground that they can't get to it. Man. It's too many of them. It's too many of them. So they're gonna have to put troops on the ground. You know, the white man, he's a coward. Like the Bible says, he's the prince of the air. He's going to shoot through his drones and his flights, missiles and stuff.
From safety, right?
Yeah, but it won't get the job done. They said he will have to invade that country. They know that too. That's why Israel is crying for America to get involved. They don't got the manpower to do it. And the other nations know it. The British, the other West nations, they know that. That's why they want to get involved. They don't want to send troops into Iran. They know that it's going to galvanize the Middle East countries. And War 3 is going to happen. But the Most High going to put a spirit in man for them to go and fight. Right. You know, they having second thoughts about it, but the Most High going to put a spirit in their mind to go into Iran.
But the other thing with Iran, it's a mountainous region, and it's 3 times as big as Texas.
Wow.
So if you bring troops in, they're going to get slaughtered. Because they won't be, I mean, the land mass is too big to cover.
Yeah, and it's way bigger than Iraq.
Yeah.
You know, they can do that in Iraq. Right. But Iran is a different beast.
Different beast.
Yeah, they got more military power too than Iraq. Go ahead.
Trump returned early from the G7 summit to focus on Iran, telling reporters on Air Force One overnight that he wasn't interested in a, quote, ceasefire, but a, quote, real end to the war and to Iran's nuclear program.
That's not going to happen. The Iranians already said that. We're not in our nuclear program. You go to hell. They're not in nothing. You know, they ready to die before they give up that program. And rightfully so. They have a right to a nuclear weapon. You got a nuclear weapon.
Right.
You can defend yourself.
Yeah.
But
the days of the other nations just going along with so-called white man is over.
It's over.
They don't trust you no more.
No. Yeah, you the devil.
Right.
Go ahead.
2 Israeli officials told Axios that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israeli defense establishment continue to believe that Trump is likely to enter the war in the coming days to bomb Iran's underground enrichment facility.
Yeah, you know why Israel's confident that Trump is going to help them invade Iran? First of all, Trump is a war. He's a dummy. He's a warmonger. He wants attention. And number 2, they've all paid off. Israel have all these politicians in their back pocket. They all been paid off by the so-called Jew.
All over the world.
And we've been saying for the longest. The Republican side paid off by the so-called Jew. Democrat side paid off by the so-called Jew. A so-called independent paid off by the so-called Jew. The NAACP paid off by the so-called Jew. The Boule paid off by the so-called Jew. The Russian Crucians paid off by the so-called
That's
Jew.
right. That's right. Playing both sides all the time.
All the time. Right. So that's how they know they're going to invade. They paid off. Give me Jeremiah, and it's prophecy that the least should draw out the flock. The so-called Jew is the least amongst the nation. He's gonna draw America into this war. Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Most High, that he hath taken against Babylon.
That's right, the Most High is against Babylon. Who's Babylon? Now, ancient Babylon was in Iraq, but the modern day Babylon is the United States of America. The word Babylon comes from the Hebrew word Babel, means confusion. Ain't nothing. This is the city of confusion. You ain't got to get into that. Go ahead.
It says, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans.
The land of Chaldeans is America. Go ahead.
Surely the least of the flock
is the so-called Jew
shall draw them out.
That's why I'm going to draw them out into this war.
surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
That's right. So the so-called Jew, he gonna bring America into this war, and America gonna end up getting destroyed by thermal and nuclear warfare thanks to the state of Israel.
Beautiful.
Right in the scriptures.
Beautiful.
And also gonna leave the state of Israel for their land to get desolate. That's also in the scriptures. Cause you gonna get blown off the damn map.
Beautiful.
Any more of that? Give me Zechariah 14:2.
Bring it out.
The book of Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
That's right. The Most High, He's gonna bring all these nations against Jerusalem to fight. Go ahead.
And the city shall be taken.
And the city should be taken. They're gonna destroy the city of Israel. Or the state of Israel. Go ahead.
And the houses rifled.
And the houses robbed, destroyed, desolate.
And the women ravished.
And what men do of war. Take the women and ravish the women. Go ahead.
And half of the city shall go forth into captivity.
That's right. Of course, we captives in war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
That's right. So the people will be amongst in ruins, basically. The whole place will be desolate. So so when Israel and America invade Iran, America eventually will be destroyed by thermonuclear warfare, and these other nations are going to invade Israel and destroy it. Okay?
Can we read the next verse?
Oh, yeah.
Verse 3, it says, Then shall the Most High go forth and fight against those nations.
That's right. And then that's when Yahweh is going to come back, okay, with 200 million black angels. Any more of that?
As when he fought in the day of battle.
That's right.
Beautiful.
That's right. So Israel going to be destroyed by the other nations, and during that time, Yahweh is going to come back with 200 million black angels, and we're going to be beamed up in the ships. We're going to be transformed into our spiritual body, a brand new body, and then we're going to come down and eventually fight the other nations and Israel. And we're going to destroy their ass. And we're going to go all through Israel, the Middle East, and the rest of the earth, and just colonize the whole planet Earth.
Beautiful.
That's in the scriptures. Give me, go ahead, Karal. Continue with all that.
So far, the U.S. has helped Israel defend itself from incoming missiles.
Yeah, because a lot of those missiles have been shot. The United States has shot it down. Because Israel had the technology. Go ahead.
But declined to take part in offensive operations.
Yeah, offensive meaning they actually going to shoot the bombs themselves, or actually invaded themselves. And Trump, he